What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And firstly, I do apologize of the lack of uploads in the last week. I would say that's simply I've been so busy, guys. I really wanted to give you updates every single day, but unfortunately my days have been so busy that honestly I just did not get the chance to video and then start to edit and all of that. It takes time of my day and I do enjoy doing it, but sometimes obviously it's just very hard for me. But anyways, in today's video I have to share with you some important information regarding something that a lot of people are probably wondering. For example, why right now are all the stock markets, in fact most shares and stocks are going up in price while the economy is actually going downhill? So obviously no one's gonna disagree that the economy right now is in a very bad state and it's only getting worse by the day. Look how many businesses have been closing down in the last couple of months. Look how many shops can't open. Look how many businesses can't trade. Look how many people have lost their jobs. And it's just the beginning, guys. Unfortunately, it's the sad truth. It's not going to get, people that think that once these lockdown ends, everything is going to go back to normal very quickly. I'm sorry to break this to you guys, but that's not going to happen. And this is anyways what I believe. I don't see any quick fix for this. And this is something that is going to take time to heal. And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys, why do I think that shares and stocks are going up in price while the economy is doing bad? Because everybody knows when you buy, let's say, a share of a company, usually if the share goes up, that means the company is doing really good. And this is why the company's share value is going up. But guys, actually, it's not the case at this moment because most companies can't do regular trading. Most companies can't work as usual, and their supply is definitely going down because they cannot produce as much as they did last year, for example, or most companies can't perform as good as they did last year. So then the question is, why are all these companies' shares going up in value? It just does not make sense, right? Economy is going down and the stock market is going up. So I want to give you guys my take, my opinion, why this is currently happening. And of course, I do want to give you guys a warning too, because this is not going to continue for a very long time. And I'll explain exactly why in this video. Now, before we dive further into this video, guys, please do me one big favor. Give this video a like. It really makes me feel good. It makes me see that you guys appreciate my videos. I really enjoy doing these videos so I can help you guys, giving you a better understanding and decisions when it comes to investing. So please smash that like button. And now let me explain why, in my opinion, I see it this way. So guys, as I've mentioned now quite a few times, and going back, I would say even a half year ago, in my videos that I've done a while back explaining what's going on in the world. And the main thing that I've been telling you guys is the biggest threat is, and this is the biggest threat to the economy, not the lockdowns, not the businesses closing. The biggest threat in the long run, in the long term to the economies are governments, central banks printing currency. And when I've been telling you guys this last year, about half a year ago, I've been trying to explain to you guys what this means. Now let me give you a basic example. Let's say you want to have a drink, a diluted drink, and you put in the diluting juice a little bit in and then you top it up with water. What happens is you dilute the juice, right? Now the same goes with currency, guys. You cannot bring value. You cannot add more value to the dollar, to the pound, to the euro. You can't add more value to it. And the more you print, the more you create, the more you dilute it. So that means the more or the less power, the less value it will have in the long run. It doesn't happen overnight, guys. It takes time. And this is why I've been telling you the next few years is really crucial, guys, because a lot of people do not understand. And in fact, most people don't understand what's going on because nobody learns these things. We don't learn these in schools, or the average person does not understand this kind of sector, right? And this is something that I've actually been learning for years because I actually enjoy so much this topic, and it definitely opens my eyes as well what really goes on into this world, because most people have no clue, guys, and I can understand it. When I would explain something like this to the average person, they would think I'm crazy, and I totally get their thoughts why they think I'm crazy, because they think they get their wages every week and everything is fine, but there's so much going on that the average person doesn't know. So I'm going to try and explain as much as I can in simple terms as possible. So hopefully you can have better investing decisions for the long run. So as we said at the beginning of this video, shares are going up. Now, why is that? That's because every country that owns a currency, right? Every country, guys, this is not just the US. The US is the biggest one here, but every single country that owns a currency, whether it's the pound, the yen, euro, anything, guys, are currently printing and printing billions and billions of their currency. Now, most people do not understand how bad this is. And this is really, really bad for the long term. Because as we just spoke about earlier, the diluting juice, right? And this is a simple example. And guys, this is not rocket science. This is not something you got to be a genius or expert to understand. It's simple economics. I mean, throughout history, throughout hundreds and thousands of years, this has always caused big problems in the long term. Now, stocks, right? Shares, they're going up in price. Yet the businesses that obviously you buy these shares of these companies, they're not doing better than they did last year or 2 years ago. They're doing much, much worse. Now, you have all these hedge funds, billionaires, even standard retail investors, a lot of people that have obviously cash, savings, money, or just currency lying in places. Now, the smart money, what do? What do they see? They understand what's going on right now. They see the problems that the governments are causing by printing all the stimulus. They call it stimulus to help us people, right? They want to help the regular people, but in fact, they're actually helping the billionaires, the millionaires. The rich people are getting richer right now in these pandemics. Why? Because they are smart. They're taking all their cash lying in all different places and then putting it into assets like shares, crypto, or other stuff like that. Why? Because they know if they leave their cash in the bank or savings or in other places, it will be valued less, guys. And this is not rocket science, guys. This is simple facts. And this is why I've been telling you guys so many times. The biggest risk right now is to have your money as a saving account. Let's say if you're saving up for retirement or to buy a house or whatever it is, guys. Saving money in the bank right now is the biggest risk, because your money that will be built up over time will be valued so much less because of the inflation that will be coming in the next few years, guys. And there's no getting away with it. There's no getting away with it. No matter what the government does now, it's too late. Printed has been done. And when I say printed, it doesn't necessarily mean physical cash, digital currency, in banks, numbers and computers. All it takes is one button to press for the central banks, and these numbers and digits are just created like that. So guys, this is why you have to understand that shares are going up right now because of that. But there will come a point, there will be a time, guys, that the shares will come down too, because all those smart money, all the smart investors, they put their money right now in shares. But as it's climbing up, there will be a time where they will want to take those profits from these shares, because they know the truth. They know these companies are not doing great. Most of these companies are not doing great. Most of these companies are actually doing bad. But they know because of everyone else is buying, the price is going up. Eventually, they're going to take out their profits and then reinvest it in other assets, like property or potentially crypto or other places. But guys, it's not for the long run. This is why personally my share portfolio is maybe 10%. 10% of all my portfolios is maybe in shares. And even that 10%, it's a very, very small range of companies from my portfolio. Most of them are based in 3 different companies that I potentially see. Even if there's a bad, let's say, recession, these companies can do well in a recession. However, that could be bad as well. So I definitely diversify. I mean, even if the stock, all my shares go to 0 now, I could still survive because I diversify. And my point of this video is to give you the understanding, guys, what's going on in the world, because a lot of people don't understand this. And I totally get it, because this is something we don't understand, or the average person doesn't learn or understand this. But the most important message from this video, guys, is think long term. Think for next year, 2 years, 3 years. What's going to happen with your currency? Because I can promise you one thing, guys. Inflation is going to kick in massively once lockdowns end. Once the world continues like kind of back to normal. Things are not going to be normal for a very long time. But I'm saying is once lockdown ends, when people move around and people start to spend money, that's when slowly the inflation rate is going to rise heavily. Guys, this is nothing you can do. I mean, it's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do. And this is why shares are going up right now. This is the main reason why I believe shares are going up right now. I mean, it's obvious. Everyone knows companies are not doing great now. I mean, in fact, last week I went by one of the old areas I used to live, and I've seen so many shops and businesses that I used to basically live around the area just closed down. And when I say closed down, not because of the lockdown, they're closed down for good. Now, guys, do you know how many businesses have been closing down? And it's going to continue. It's not going to stop here. It's going to continue further, guys. Bankruptcies will be coming. It's going to continue, guys. And unfortunately, this is the sad reality, but it is what it is, guys. So all I'm trying to say is be smart. I mean, the best thing you can do is put your money or your currency in safe places, because inflation is going to be massively. I mean, let me just end with a little fact. And this is a fact. This is like what's happening right now. 40%, in fact, I think 42%. 42% of all the US dollars in existence, right? Not available, in existence and circulation, right? Has been printed in the last 6 months. Guys, do you understand what that means? 42% of all the dollars in the world has been created in the last 6 months. Now, I know we don't feel the inflation effects right now because we're in a lockdown. Things are not as usual, right? People can't spend money. People can't go out. But once things kind of open up, that's when all this will kick in. So right now is probably the best time to be wise with your currency. Anyways, this is just a message from me, guys. And again, I will be trying to do more uploads and definitely more updates with Bitcoin and Ethereum, because there are some big stuff going on, especially with Ethereum right now. If you've been following through my videos, you know what I've been saying. And yes, it's just the beginning, guys. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Again, please give this video a like, smash the like button. Come on, smash it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye now.